FM for 755 kHz and via streaming on voinews.id and RRI Digital on mobile application. We present various programs for you. Diplomatic Forum, The Session, Indonesian Wonder, Miscellany, Let's Speak Bahasa Indonesia, Indonesian pop and regional songs, international musical entertainment, as well as news and information about Indonesia and abroad. Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Listeners, as the world commemorates World Oceans Day, we are reminded of the vital role oceans play in sustaining life on Earth. As the world's largest archipelago, Indonesia holds responsibility and opportunity in safeguarding marine ecosystems while ensuring the sustainable use of ocean resources. To discuss how we conserve the ocean, Indonesia's marine ecosystems, and more, today we are pleased on VOI Talk to be speaking with Senior Advisor to the Minister on Ecology and Marine Resources of the Indonesian Ministry of Marine Affairs and Fisheries, Mr. Hendra Yusran Siry, Ph.D. Good morning, Pak Hendra. Thank you for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much. Happy World Ocean Day.
Happy World Ocean Day, Pak Hendra. Okay, first question. How do you see the significance of World Oceans Day for the world and also for Indonesia in particular?
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the question. So the World Ocean Day is a moment to pause. Let's truly appreciate the ocean as the heartbeat of our planet. It's not something far away. It's part of our everyday lives. The ocean regulates our climate, feed billions of peoples, support livelihood, and shelters an incredible diversity of life. It's cover more than 70% of our Earth, but more than importantly, it sustain 100% of us. So for Indonesia, this connection is even more profound. The world largest archipelago, as you mentioned before, or the ocean flows through our identity, culture, history, and also, of course, in our futures. So World Ocean Day is not just celebration; it's a reminder for who we are, and also call to care for what sustain us. It invites us to stand together to protect the ocean, so it can continue to care generation to come. So basically, this is what I would like to say regarding the World Ocean Day. So again, it's not celebration, but it's called strengthen responsibility to protect marine ecosystem while ensuring the coastal communities can prosper. So thank you.
Now, Pak Hendra, before you mentioned how our oceans are connected with our traditions, our culture, our history, this year's theme is Reimagine Beyond the World We Know, a new relationship with our ocean. How do you define this new relationship with our oceans?
Right. So this year, the theme is reimagining our relation to the ocean. This is about rediscovering respect. Is about the moving from taking to caring, from exploiting to safeguarding. The ocean is not just resources; it's living system that give us life, and it is a new relationship called for harmony, where the economic opportunity, environmental health, and a cultural wisdom exist side by side. So in Indonesia, we have already carried this wisdom in our tradition. For example, like Sasi in Eastern Indonesia, for example, it reminds us that caring for the ocean is not new. It's a part of our heritage. It's part of our traditions, our history as well. So now we have the chance to bring this wisdom forward, combining with the science and innovation to shape a more sustainable future. This is our moment to not only imagine a better relationship with the ocean, but to love it. I think this is the essence of the reimagining the relationship. So, yeah, back to you, Mbak. Sorry, yeah.
All right. And the next question is regarding Indonesia in particular. How do you see the current state of marine ecosystems in Indonesia, and what are the biggest ecological challenges that they're facing today?
Yeah, there's a big archipelagic countries with 17,500, more than 500 islands. So we, of course, not only blessed by the huge biodiversity, but also there are some challenges that we need to overcome. So for Indonesia, we stepping forward with strong and meaningful actions. I think one of the most powerful commitments that we have right now is our vision to protect 30% of our marine areas, not by 30 by 30, but by 2045. This is a bold promise for the future of our oceans. So 30% by 2045 it will mean like 97.5 million hectares of our territory will be conserved as marine protected area. So this effort goes beyond the setting aside a protected zone. It includes recognizing and empowering communities who have a long protected marine ecosystem through tradition and stewardship. So that's why right now the ministry and we have also what we call this consortium of OECM. OECM is stand for other effective area-based conservation measure, which is the areas not dedicated for marine protected areas, but the practice is already like the marine conservation area. So we acknowledge that, and then we try to be accounted for our vision for protected marine areas. So through approach like the OECM, we are acknowledging that conservation is not only about the policy, it's about also the people. So at the same time, Indonesia embracing a blue economy. We have a 5 pillar for the blue economy, 5 policy. The first is like expanding marine protected areas. And the second one is how do we ensure that we have implement quota-based fisheries management, quota-based fishing practice. And we have also a sustainable aquacultures. That the fourth one is how we strengthen our coastal and small island to become will be more surveillance and also more better integrated management. And the last one, we have to fighting with the marine plastic with inclusions of the people and also coastal communities. So the blue economy, this is ensure that we can grow while we still protecting our marine and our ocean. This is really important. And then I think the blue economy policy itself is how to we moving forward from exploiting practice to become more sustainable practice. So from sustainable fishing to reducing marine plastic waste, these efforts show that protecting the ocean and building prosperity can go hand in hand. So that's what I want to say, that what Indonesia has already done so far. So this is, of course, there are some challenges such as IUU fishing or illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing still happens in some part of Indonesia. We have implement some measure to reduce it, and of course with the current situation like the climate change, we also face a similar situation like other small island state countries or ocean state countries. Back to you.
Yes. Now, Indonesia is known as a top tourist destination. How can Indonesia balance marine tourism growth with efforts to conserve its marine biodiversity?
Right. I think the key word here is, we don't want to the ocean to become a mass tourism. So Indonesia oceans are amongst the most beautiful and biodiverse in the world. And that beauty is also come with responsibility. So tourism can be a powerful force for good, but if you manage it wisely, so it can create jobs, strengthen local economies, inspire people to care deeply about the ocean. We have some example for that one. So we need to make sure that that the ocean can be the asset for the tourism. So that means that we must be done with care. we need to protect the fragile ecosystem, respect the limits, and ensure that are felt by the local communities. So for me, is the goal is clear, not more tourism, but better tourism is really important. Tourism can values quality over quantity, protection over pressures, and sustainability over short-term gain. So it's really important. So because in the end, the greatest attractions we have is the healthy oceans. So, like for example, like in Gorontalo, where we can find the a whale shark there. So it's that can be like the charismatic species should be there with the healthy oceans, and then it can be the greatest attractions, of course, for the tourism, and then to to make sure that there will be no pressure, and also we can need we can let me find the word, the good word. So we can find just to ensure that the charismatic species are still there. Of course, we need to limit. So we are not talking about the mass tourism here. So for me, it's really important to just make sure that we 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 highlight the quality over the quantity. Thank you.
Okay, Hendra, here is our final question, and I think one that will really resonate with our listeners out there. What simple things can people do to help preserve the ocean? Everyday people like you and me, our neighbors, family, and friends.
Right. Let me say like that. So the beauty of the ocean protection is that everyone can be take part of that. So it starts with a simple everyday choice, reducing plastic use, for example, or disposing the waste responsibly, choosing sustainable seafood, and being mindful when you enjoy the ocean. So, when you enjoy the coral reef, for example, don't step on the coral reef, and then if you enjoy the mangrove, so just take pictures with the mangrove and then don't destroy it. But beyond the actions, it's about awareness. It's about understanding that we do on land will be affect to the sea. So every river, every drain, every choice we make, all road lead to the oceans. So let's think about that. So, the small thing that happens in the land can be impact to the oceans. And perhaps the most powerful thing that we can do is inspire others, our families, our children, of our communities to take care, to love the oceans. Or like, example like the Pacific, France, for example, the ocean is like, they call ocean as a mother, and some countries call the ocean as a father. So for me, I believe that because of when the millions of the small actions come together, that can create a wave of change that can make meaningful impacts. And that wave can also the power to the protect oceans for today's and also for the generation beyond. So let's do it like, think globally, but act locally. So I believe, and it's the wise word as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Think locally, act globally. That's a very good catchphrase over there. Thank you very much, Hendra, for sharing your insight. What an important reminder that the future of our oceans depends on the actions we take today. Thank you for joining us on today's VOI Talk, Hendra, and to our listeners out there, keep an eye out for more videos as we continue to bring you the best of Indonesia. And happy World's Oceans Day from the Voice of Indonesia, from Indonesia to the world.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy World's Ocean Day. Thank you.